Hey guys, this is the roaming CPA. So I want to make a quick video. This is going to be super short. Um, the biggest thing here that I want to bring up is yesterday they put this narrative of like the Japanese carry trade and everything. Like it's true. Like the system is so fragile. They're like distracting you. Like there's always some kind of thing happening in Asia, like whether it be the Evergrande real estate thing, the Japanese like carry trade. There's always going to be this narrative, and you have to like sometimes just be immune to it all. So when it pops up, you just have to be like, okay, like this is the narrative they're feeding me right now. What are they not? You have to go look at the things that they don't want you to see. Okay, and one of the biggest distractions right now that every narrative is ignoring is this 2 year tenure curve, right? They're saying, oh, we're going into hyperinflation, housing prices are going to go up, stock market's going to go up, and then you have this other narrative where like prices are going to go down. Who cares if prices go up or down? In this situation right now, prices going up is just as bad as prices going down because we don't have price stability anymore. Like I was talking to somebody and I asked them, what is a dollar? And the person's like, I don't know. They've programmed us to not even know what the dollar is supposed to what to define a dollar. I remember listening to this clip about Ben Bernanke. A dollar is whatever you can buy with it. So that means a dollar by definition is whatever like a like a loaf of bread. I remember you could buy some bean bread for like $1. Okay. I'm pretty sure that was I think back then bread used to be real. But now bread is so chemically induced and bioengineered to the point where like you don't know what real bread tastes like. I'm pretty sure a real bread now is like $10. So what can like back in the day $1 you could buy for $1 you could buy a whole loaf of some wheat bread. Now probably for $1 you can buy maybe 4 or 5 slices of bread. So that's what you would define as $1. That is your measuring stick. So what you can buy with it. I made this suggestion to one person. Just go and what I would do is make a basket of things that you typically buy, right? And say, hey, look, I buy this loaf of bread, this milk, this, right? And then measure the ounces or the gallons that you buy, right? And then price it out by unit of measurement of however you measure it, whether it be metric or the US standard, right? It does not matter. But then do price per unit and measure by price per unit because then you don't get fooled by the ounces. Like there's like shrinkflation, so they may blow up. They might give you the like today I got a cup of tea. I bought for $6. I bought supposedly 12 ounces of tea. Okay, now when I opened up the cup, there's only 10 ounces. So I went from paying 50 cents an ounce, okay, to probably like 60 or 70, 65 cents an ounce. All right, so I have shrinkflation happen to me just this morning. So whatever you buy, and then also look at the quality. So don't rely on CPI numbers and everything to help you. That way you can measure, you can have a clear measure, and you're not being distracted by whatever the media is telling you. So the biggest thing to focus right now, and the only thing to really focus on is this 2 year tenure spread. Okay, like yesterday they showed their hand. Okay, so yesterday they allowed the 2 year tenure to go positive. The music has stopped, and then they slammed it down and they've stabilized it. Okay, they're waiting for a moment when it's most convenient for them to allow it to go up. So they went into the open market to stabilize the treasury market, because I think what happened was Japan started selling their treasuries in the open market to strengthen up their currency. So like if you go here and you go to FX right here, I like using this because everyone checks CNBC. Like I'm not like that. I'm just trying to get people to use things that they have access to, right? So like right here, you see like since like and like since like last month, Japan has been selling off treasuries to like get their house in order because they experience like levels of inflation. Like think about this, right? So if you were like look at this, like in let's just say right here, like your currency, like if you held Japanese yen, your currency devalued almost like 55% in like what 1, 2, 3.5 years. So they had to stabilize it because against the dollar, these guys were like losing big time. So they went and stepped in to try to stabilize it. When you try to stabilize it, it messes up the yield curve depending on what they're selling. So this 2-year and 10-year spread gets manipulated, and they showed their hand. So it's gone positive, and I don't think, especially until before the election, they're not going to show their hand. I think what's going to happen is you're going to see this 2-year, 10-year spread like just shoot up like a rocket. Okay, it'll just shoot up like a straight line, and then you're gonna be like, I've been waiting and waiting. Well, they showed their hand, and it's already there. It's already positive. They're just manipulating the charts at this point, the Treasury and the Fed, to like make sure that people think it's calm and they can keep on investing in the market. My assumption is a lot of these elites and corporations are making side deals to get stimulus packages because they know the crap has hit the fan. And what's going to happen is they're going to shoot it up like a rocket, and then say, hey, we just have a problem. The market is collapsing here, and then they get a reaction from everybody, and then the reaction is like, oh my gosh, my retirement's going to crap, my house prices are going to crap, like I'm losing my, like the banks have locked up my money, I can't get access to everything, I'm going poor. And then they're going to be like, here's a solution, you guys can keep your jobs because we're giving all this free money to these corporations to keep you hired as slaves. So be ready for that. Like position yourself correctly. What I've done personally is I don't believe in the system. I think you should vote your politics with your money, not by who counts it. Right? Just a mere vote is not going to help us in this time. We have to really be a community and connect with each other. So like what I'm doing right now is buying silver. I think gold is a little bit too high for me at this point. And obviously my XRP. We'll make a separate video on that later. I might do that tomorrow. My thoughts on what's happening with XRP. I hope you have a good day. I'll talk to you soon. Bye.